Hi folks, Brian Cayley here with the New Era Group. I wanted to put a question out there that I know a lot of people are probably thinking of. Is now a good time to buy a house in this COVID market? And today I'm going to try to answer that question. I'll give you my best opinion. Okay, so the way I look at this, the market the way it is, the inventory is still fairly low. And the sellers that are selling their house probably in most cases need to sell. Whether it's for whatever reason, whether they're moving to another area, another type of property, whatever, there's different motivations out there for that. Now, on the buy side, when a buyer's looking at a house, there's, most likely there's two different types of buyers. The first buyer can look at a video or a virtual tour, photos, etc., and make a decision on purchasing a house based on those items. They can just look at it and say, wow, I love this, let's write an offer, let's move forward with it. The other type of buyer, they can do all that as well, but then they need to look at the house physically, walk in, feel it, visualize themselves in the house, everything else. And if you're the latter, if you're the type of buyer that needs to see a house physically and everything else, now might not be the best time. You might want to wait a few weeks or a month or whenever things kind of open back up, because agents right now are restricted, and for at least a couple weeks for sure on showing property physically. We can do all the virtual tours and everything else, which those have been around for a long time. And but the other type of buyer that can look at the videos and be fairly confident that, hey, this is a great house, let's pursue it. Well, during that contract period, let's say you find a house that's great and you love it, you're on board with it, and you get it under contract. Well, then from there, you could make it a condition of the seller accepting your contract that you see it during an inspection, and then you schedule a time, go in, have your inspection, and then you're looking at the house at that point. So that's definitely one way to handle that. And in this market, you're probably not going to have as many multiple offer positions on property. Prior to this, there's a lot of, if there was a good property out there, you might see 2 to 4 or 5 offers on a property in the first weekend. Now we're not seeing quite as many of that, although if there's, if it's a great house, buyers are still pursuing those and moving forward with them. So, I think depending on your lender and how strong, and if you really need to move, this could be a great opportunity to buy based on seller's motivation. You could get discounts built in. If you're the only offer on a house, you could probably offer a little bit less and maybe get some different concessions and different things that could be advantageous for you. So those are kind of a couple thoughts. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Hey, and I just wanted to put out a short video on this and see if anybody had any questions or concerns about the market.